Well, we finally got the cold weather we've been waiting on all winter. I just hope it wasn't a little bit too late. This is my favorite time of the year to shoot a specific buck. Pretty easy to pattern when you've got the only food around. Last year I had 3 really nice, what I considered to be 4-year-olds show up during late season, but we also had the weather that got here quite a bit earlier than it did this year. So I'm holding out till the very end, but we'll see what happens. If I've got 2 tags left, my landowner's tag and my Iowa statewide gun tag, which I always get for late muzzleloader season for this exact reason. That cold weather's normally here, and I know I'm always going to have the food in the area, so I draw a lot of deer in, and normally works out pretty well for me. I've got deer that are popping in and out right now, so it makes it kind of fun. So I apologize if I quit talking all of a sudden. I gotta check them out and see what they are. Like looks like a group of does coming out. I'll pan over there here in a minute. I gotta keep cleaning these windows. I've got a heater going in here right now, and if I don't clean the windows, it's just a mess on the windows themselves. I'm hunting over, well, tonight it's standing beans. If any of you saw the post that I put on a few days ago about what I thought was an 8-pointer, until a month or so ago it was actually a 9-pointer, but that my son had shot. I'm actually hunting the same plot that he was in that night. This one is standing beans, and then I go in with my fall blend, which is, it's a bunch of different stuff, but I spread it into the beans as soon as they start turning, showing the first hint of yellow. I broadcast into the standing beans, and done it for, I don't know, 10, 11 years, I suppose, and it always seems to work really well for me. I get the benefit of the beans late season right now, and I think it's really hard to beat beans when it gets really cold like this. I do have a plot of corn, which you'll probably see me hunting in, not tomorrow but Saturday evening, that it's just been loaded every night as well. But this is the spot where the one that I would really like to shoot had showed up last year, and I've got the same feed in it right now as I did last year. So I know he likes the beans. I found that some of the deer prefer the corn over the beans, so I figured if he's one of those, I'd just as soon have the same feed for him this year as I did last year. But I've got cameras on all the plots, and just a waiting game. Hopefully time doesn't run out. We've got, I think today's the 6th, January 6th. We've got until, I believe our season closes January 10th. Regardless, my last day of hunting is January 9th. I've taken since the day before Christmas off until right now, or until January 9th. I go back to work January 10th. So my season ends January 9th. We'll see if it happens. If they don't show up, I do have several 8-pointers that I would like to take off of the farm. Just slick, clean 8s, nothing special. I realize that by culling those deer that I'm not going to change the genetics of our herd, but I am going to make room for a potentially better deer to take the space of that buck. They are 4-year-olds and are pushing off some of my better 3-year-olds. I had several really nice 3-year-olds that we passed last year that did not show up this year, so I've got their sheds, so I knew that they were here at least alive at the end of season last year, and were no-shows this year, and they'd been on me for their entire lives, which could have left for numerous reasons, relocation, being pushed off by mama, but normally when they're 3-year-olds, they're staying. At that point, mom's already pushed them off, so they've relocated to me. Well, when they leave, that tells me that there's a reason they're leaving, and that it's normally a bully 8 pushing them off. More mature deer that doesn't want them around. So anyway, I'm going to get rid of some of these 8s if the buck that I want to target doesn't show up. We'll see what happens, but good luck to everybody out there. Stay safe, stay warm. It is cold today. Decently high winds, I don't know, probably 15, 16 miles an hour. The high, I believe, was somewhere single digits. So upper single digits, maybe low teens, I don't know. It's cold, I know that. But perfect weather to get the deer on their feet. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to clean the windows off, and then I'll pan around, and you guys can see what we've got in the field right now. Well, we've got a deer out here that we might try to take. I passed him, actually myself and one of my boys passed him several times during archery season. He's got really good genetics, and if he had both sides, he'd actually score incredibly well. But one side's really good, and the other side's kind of all jacked up, and he's got a really bad limp. And he's had it all fall. We've seen him a few times during this late season, and it's always in the exact same ditch. Hasn't moved much at all. So if I thought that he was going to live through the winter, I'd probably leave him alone, because he was breeding this past rut, but just the lack of his movement, and you'll see as soon as I get these windows unfrosted, I'll get the camera on him, but you'll see his limp. It's pretty serious. So I think we're gonna fill one of the tags and hold the other tag for hopefully one of the ones we've been waiting on, but we'll see what happens. I'll get the camera on them here as soon as I can and see what happens. Well, the shot felt really good. I saw him when he couldn't get the camera on him quite quick enough, so sorry about that, but he started wobbling. It looked like just right there on the timber edge, really. So I want to get stuff picked up, and I'll pick the video back up on the recovery. Well, I was going to bring everybody on for the recovery, but he didn't even make it out of the field. Got him about 15 yards over there. There's a little crest here, and I couldn't see it, but I don't know if you can see much on the video, but this front foot is way big, and on the same side, dew claws, I mean, it's just completely infected. Kind of disgusting. And the back hoof is gone from the dew claw forward, is completely missing. So actually the same day I killed my bow buck, he was breeding a doe. I don't remember if I got him actually breeding her on video or not, but I'll go back and take a look. But he was clearly a big-bodied, mature deer, and now he's just skin and bones. He was not gonna live. There's a draw just, if it wasn't getting dark, I'd point over there and show you, but there's a draw right 75 yards right there, and we've seen him the last couple weeks. He'll stand up and walk a little bit and lay back down. He just has not been doing well. I was somewhat expecting him to come out of that draw tonight, but he actually came out of the timber right here. So regardless, he's only 100 yards apart between the two areas, but he didn't go very far. So get him loaded up and
taken care of and see what the rest of the season brings.